Welcome back to Red November. We're doing a solo playthrough, and we are in the middle of a missile crisis, which means the missile might blow up and kill all the gnomes on the ship. So let's just begin, and we can see here it is the green player's turn. Now the green player has 2 toolboxes and a bottle of grog, and he's over here in the captain's quarters after having just got the bottle of grog last episode. We really want to not have the missiles detonate, so I think the green player is going to move himself to the missile room and try and disarm the missiles. So let's have him do that. So he's going to have 1 action here to open this hatch, 1 action to open, or 1 minute for this, not an action, just minutes for movement. So that's going to take him 2 minutes to get into the missile room. Now he wants to disarm the missile, and I do believe he is going to use, whoops, as I throw it on the floor, he's going to use one of his 2 toolboxes, and this is discard to gain a +3 bonus to fix oxygen pumps, fix engine, or fix reactor action. I believe you can, well, I guess you cannot use it for the missile crisis, because it did not allow you to do that. So he could use grog instead. So reading that card more carefully, he cannot use the toolbox to disarm the missiles. Alright, well, I don't think I want him to use the grog right now either, because that's kind of a waste. So what I'm going to have him do is just spend a lot of time trying to disarm the missiles. And I'm going to have him do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have him do 8 minutes. He can go up to 8 minutes should he do 9. He's going to spend 8 minutes trying to disarm the missile. So I need to roll an 8 or less. And of course I roll a 9, which means he fails to disarm the missiles. Oh, that is that is bad, very bad. That's all he's going to do. Of course, that was his 1 action. Now we have to catch up his marker. So the first thing his marker is going to reach here is a star space. Of course, those are the lovely events that are going to take place. And we have a reactor warm-up. Advance the heat track by 1. So our reactor is still acting up. It's going to advance 1 there. That's not good. And continuing on, we're going to get to our next event. Bad event, of course. And it is an engine down. Timed event. Oh man, place the crushed destruction token at +10. Oh, wow. So our engines are down. Our sub is sinking to the bottom of the ocean. We need to put the crushed token 10 away from here. Wow, another crisis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we don't fix the engines by that time, we're going to have a crushed submarine and 3 dead gnomes. All right. Wow, continuing on, at least we get to something positive, which is the first collecting an item card. So, our green gnome collects an engine manual, discarding a +4 to fix the engines. Well, that's good, but I don't know if we're going to get around to his turn again to fix the engines, possibly. And continuing on, we get to, yes, another event. So, yeah, this is not good. Reactor malfunction. Advance the heat track by 2. As you can see, things start getting really bad. So the heat track goes to 2. Now, if we pass that star before fixing our reactor, it can only ever be fixed back to that star location. That's bad. And yeah, we're continuing on here. However, there's no more events. And so that's going to be where green leaves off. Wow, that was really bad. Okay, continuing on with red. What is red going to do? We have that missile crisis happening, and we have now another crisis going on in the engine room. And why did I give the engine manual to blue? I should have given it to the green player, because it was the green player's turn. All right, that is what is happening. All right, so up to red. Red now has to get to the missile crisis room. He opens that hatch for 1 minute, and now he has to spend a bunch of time. He has up to that to disarm the missile. Does he have anything? Red, in fact, has this card, which is deactivate code. Discard to gain a +4 to the stop missile launch activation. So he's going to spend that for sure. And so that's going to give him 4, and he's going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to end off here trying to make sure he deactivates the missile. So he needs a 9 or less to deactivate the missiles. Rolls a 7. He did it. He has deactivated the armed missiles. Whew! That was his one action. So he gives green heck for not being able to pull it off. Now we have to catch the red marker up to the ghost marker. So yeah, we get an event, landing on a star. And what do we get here? We get a respite. Nothing happens. Oh, yes, there are a few of those in the deck. They're always welcome. We continue along the timeline to another event. Yep, another event. And we get turbulence. Hand limit is 4. Well, that is not good. So I guess our reactor going crazy has shaken the ship. Everyone has to discard down to 4 cards. Luckily, blue only has 1 card. Green has 4. I guess they're items. I call them cards. Green has 4. Red has 4. We don't have to lose anything. So that's good. Continuing on, we go to the next icon, which is get an item. So, and we do everything in order. So red gets an item. He gets an engine manual. Discard gain +4. Fix the engines. So good. He is now caught up to the ghost marker. On to blue's turn. All right, we still have the hull possibility of being crushed. We also have problems in the reactor room, and I'm not sure what I want to do with blue. Blue has 1 card only, but the 1 card blue has is discard to gain a +4 bonus to fix the reactor. So I think he's not moving anywhere. He is going to use his 1 action to fix the reactor. So that's going to give him +4 right off the bat to try and fix the reactor. And how much more time does he want to spend? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll go to 9. So he needs a 9 or less to fix the reactor. And he rolls a 3. He did not need to waste that much time. However, our reactor now resets back to the leftmost star. So that is good. What is not good is we need to catch up now to our ghost token. So first thing is going to be another event. And we get a fire. Well, this is our first fire. The fire starts in a random room. Fires are not good. So a fire begins in room 6. Room 6 is right up here. Fire is blazing. You can only ever move into a room that is on fire, and this is move into a room on fire if you have a fire extinguisher or a grog. If you drink grog, you can move into a room with a fire to help put it out, and if you have a fire extinguisher, you can move into a room. However, we keep going. Blue now gets to draw an item card. Desperately needed. They get deactivation codes. Gain +4 to deactivate the missiles. All right. And now blue is going to catch up to red. And it just stacks on top. So basically what is going to happen now, I'll do one more round. And basically blue is going to be going first now. Now don't forget, we still have our hull. Our engines are shut off. And we need to go and fix that. So, all right. Let me just think about this for a minute. We'll come right back and continue with another full set of turns for each of our gnomes. All right, let's continue for another round. So our blue gnome here, he gets to go first. And what's he going to do? Well, I think he's going to try and get back here and fix the engine. So it's going to be 1 to open this, 1 minute to open that hatch, 1 minute to open that one. That's 2 minutes. And now he has to try and fix the engine. And this is not going to be good. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Is he going to spend 4 minutes? Yeah, or 5 minutes. I think he's just going to spend 4 minutes to try and fix the engine. We'll see what happens. He needs a 4 or less. Rolls an 8. Doesn't do it. All right, that was his action. So moving along. Boom, we get the first problem. While he was trying to fix the engines, a hatch got blocked. So we're going to have to find a random hatch to block, and that is going to be happening in room 2. We're going to have a blocked hatch. Room 2 is right here, so let's block, oh, this is getting crazy. Let's block this one. We're starting to get a lot of blocked hatches. Moving along. Yep, we get another event. A respite. Whew, nothing happens, so that's good. All right, and then blue is going to catch up to the ghost marker, which is right here. Nothing else happens. On to red. All right, red. What is red going to do? If we all get 2 here or past here, we're going to sink to the depths of the ocean. The hull will be crushed, and we will lose. So red needs to get over to... Wow, this is going to be dangerous. However, he has 2 engine manuals, so I believe he is the guy for the job. So he's going to go and he's going to start moving. So it's 1 to open this hatch, move into here, 2 minutes to open this hatch and move into here, 3 minutes to open this hatch and get into the engine room. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3 minutes. And now he is going to use... What's he going to use? I think... Wow. What's he going to do? Are we going to save an engine No, we're not going to save. We're going to spend both engine manuals. It's pretty critical. So this is going to give us a +4 bonus to fix engines. So we're going to get +8 to fix the engine. So that's 8. And he's going to spend 1, 2 minutes guaranteeing a 10. So 10 or less. He fixes the engines. No problem. We don't even have to roll the die because you can't roll 11 on a 10-sided die. So he fixes the engines. Woohoo! However, we have to catch up to the time marker now. So, yep, the events just keep piling up, and we get another fire in another random room. Well, okay, where does this fire start? Room 2. Oh, I also forgot something. So room 2 is going to get a fire, okay, which is right here. Whenever you get a fire, it uses up oxygen in your ship. So the first fire that broke out should have used 1 oxygen. I forgot that, sorry. Now the second fire breaking out, also going to consume some oxygen. So if we run out of oxygen, of course we suffocate and die. So that it catches up to that event. And going along we have, yes, another event. And this time we get friendly fire. A fire starts in a random room. A random room is flooded to high water. Hand limit is 4. All right, so we have to do these things in order. So a fire starts in a random room. That is the first thing we do. And room 10, the captain's quarters starts on fire. Maybe grog is a high percentage of alcohol, and one of the bottles had tipped over and by the heater and started on fire. All right, that is done. And of course, when a fire starts, we use up some oxygen. Next on our list of exciting activities is a random room is flooded to high water. So we're going to get a high water flood in a random room. So 3. So in room number 3, it's completely flooded. All right, and we're going to see how that works coming up soon for putting out fires. You can put out fires with water. Lastly, hand limit is set to 4, and that's not a big deal. So hand limit to 4 means we have to discard down to 4 cards. Blue has only 1, green has 4, red has 3, so that is okay. Moving on to the ghost marker space, we're finished with activities. Up next is green, and so we can see that indeed we have we have done what we needed to do, but we're in kind of a mess a little bit because we got a bunch of fires raging now, and that's not always the best thing. So I have to figure out what I want to do with green. I think this is going to be the last turn for this episode. So what am I going to do with green? Let me just think about that and I will come back. Okay, this is probably a bad idea. However, we're going to have green open this one hatch, move into the equipment locker area, and he's going to start getting equipment. So it's 1 minute to open that hatch and move in here, 1 minute per card. And so he's just going to take 2 cards, 2 cards. So what does he get? He gets a harpoon, and discard to get a +4 bonus to kill the Kraken. You have to be outside the ship, of course, to kill the Kraken. And his second item he rifles out of the lockers is a pump manual. Discard to gain +4 to fix the oxygen pumps. Okay, that's pretty good too. So that's going to end up, and now we have to, of course, go to the time track and catch up. So the first thing we do in the time track, we're going to catch up to, yep, one of these, and it is oxygen pump down. Timed event. Place the asphyxiation destruction token on +10. Okay. So the oxygen pumps have shut off. Yeah, you can see things are really bad here. So 10 spaces from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, if we don't fix the oxygen pumps by this turn, we will be asphyxiated to death. Isn't that lovely? Lovely little submarine, as we're desperately waiting for rescue. Okay, so catching up to the marker here. Boom, that is it. And the ghost marker is going to go back to red. So up next will be the red player. So as you can see, the game's pretty quick, but we are in a bit of a bind here. We don't have a fire extinguisher. Somebody might have to drink their grog and run into the room with the fire and try and put it out and possibly fix the oxygen pumps as well. So yeah, this is getting kind of desperate. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the continuation of Red November, 2nd edition from Fantasy Flight Games, as we try to stay alive while the rescue party is on the way to come retrieve us. I don't know. This is a pretty brutal game. We'll see how I continue doing. So once again, thanks so much for watching and subscribing and liking the videos if you do. And join me next time for the continuation of gnomes going crazy in a very poorly designed and constructed submarine from what I can see. All right, thanks for watching along. I'll catch you next time.